Les sons en français. How French sounds like. Les voyelles. Sounds in French are not difficult to read. Unlike in English, where you need to hear a word in order to know how to pronounce it, in French, the link between pronunciation and writing is very stable. The problem is that you have many ways to write the same sound. A quick tip before we start. Record and listen to yourself when you work on your pronunciation. Be patient. It will take time, but even if your pronunciation is not perfect, don't forget that people will still understand you. So grab a glass of water and let's go. First thing first, we have silent letters. And yes, you can think that it exists only to bother you. We almost never pronounce them at the end of a word. Those silent letters are S, D, T, and X. S, D, T, X. So if you put an S, an X, a D, or T at the end of a word, you will not pronounce it, like in table, table, chapeau, chapeau, droit, prend. And also, we don't pronounce the H at the beginning of a word. We are supposed to have two types of H, aspiré and expiré, but I think that it is too complicated and no one says it. Haricot, homme. When you have an I, un E, at the end of a word, you don't pronounce it, but you pronounce the letter before the I, like in petite, amande, gourmande. And now the vowels. The first sound is A, A, like in ma, ta, cha, pa, ananas. Then you have the sound E. As you can see, you have three ways to write the same sound, but it's always E, like in le, petit, heureux, peureux, œuf, bœuf. Then we have the sound E. As you can see, we have three ways to write the sound E, but it's always pronounced E, like in étudier, manger, né. And now the sound E. We have many ways to write the sound E, but as always, it's only E, like in lève, neige, arrête, mer, sel, terre. The sound en, like in maman, enfant, embêté. The sound en. And now the sound un. You can see that we have many ways to write the sound un, but it's always the same pronunciation. Un. Pain, fin, pimpant. Fin, pain, main, demain, plein. And now we have the sound un. I know that the sound un sounds a lot like the sound un, but it's a little bit different. So you have the sound un in brun, un, emprunter. It doesn't matter if you don't make the difference between those two sounds. Just know that for francophones, it's not the same. The sound on is very round. And you have this sound in words like pont, marron, bon. And now the sound o, o, like in pot, beau, chaud. And now the sound oie, noix, choix, pois. Ou choux, poux, mou. A little bit more difficult is the sound U. So we have a difference between OU and U. U. Like in rue, lulu, hurluberlu. And now the sound I. Like in petit, jolie, Marie. The sound Y. Y. Like in fille, titiller, crayon, moyen. After the sound I, you can find the sound I. I. Like in travail, maille, ail, bétail, aïeux, aïe. Now the sound ouille, ouille. Nouille, fenouil. Voilà, c'est tout. Et maintenant, c'est à vous. Bon courage!